Hey, welcome back to ClearSpot. What if I told you that underperformance linked to hardware problems has increased by 214% since 2019, translating to an estimated $10 billion in lost energy value worldwide in 2024? And what if I told you that researchers at ASU have developed an automated method of solar panel recognition and defect detection using infrared imaging that achieves 98% correct panel recognition and 92% correct defect identification? Today, we're diving deep into the critical world of solar panel failure detection. The knowledge that separates homeowners who lose thousands to undetected problems from those who catch failures before they become financial disasters. Let me start with a fact that will change how you think about your solar investment forever. According to the 2025 Global Solar Report by Raptor Maps, underperformance linked to hardware problems has increased by 214% since 2019. This massive increase isn't just about obvious failures. It's about the invisible degradation that's happening right now on millions of solar installations worldwide. The IEA Photovoltaic Power Systems Program has documented a comprehensive catalog of failure modes that can affect every component of your solar system. These failures range from safety category issues that can directly cause fire, electrical shock, or physical danger to performance category failures that can cause catastrophic impact on system output. The terrifying reality is that most of these failures are completely invisible to homeowners until they've already caused significant damage. The first category that's costing homeowners thousands is cell cracks and microcracks. Cell cracks can have origin in all lifetime phases of a PV module production, transport, installation, and operation. What makes this particularly insidious is that most of the cell cracks cannot be seen by the naked eye. These microscopic fractures can spread over time, and even if each cell in a 60 full cell module is cracked, but do not lead to a separated cell area, the power loss of the module is typically below 2.5% of the nominal power. However, in cold and snow climate zones, relatively high mean degradation rates of up to 7% per year can be found for full cell modules. The second major threat is delamination, where any local separation of the layers between the front glass and the encapsulant or the cell and the encapsulant becomes visible as bubbles or bright, milky areas. This failure is particularly dangerous because delamination can result in reduced insulation of the component and increased safety risk when they form a continuous path between electric circuit and the edge due to possible water ingress. Here's where it gets really concerning. Potential induced degradation, or PID. PID occurs when there's a high voltage potential difference between the photovoltaic cells and the frame, glass, or mounting structure of the panel. This phenomenon can significantly reduce the performance and reliability of a PV system, and is particularly problematic in hot and humid environments. The terrifying aspect of PID is that it develops gradually, and can go undetected for years while silently stealing your system's performance. Solar panel diode failure represents another critical threat that most homeowners never consider. When bypass diodes fail, typically by short-circuiting or becoming open, they can result in severe efficiency drops, sometimes causing more than a 33% reduction in power output from the affected panel. According to recent PV module reliability scorecards, solar panel diode failure remains one of the top contributors to performance degradation across multiple module brands. The most powerful weapon in your arsenal for detecting invisible failures is electroluminescence testing. EL testing utilizes electroluminescence to efficiently detect microcracks in solar panels by applying an electric current that activates electroluminescent materials, producing visible light that is altered by microcracks, making them visually detectable. This non-destructive method is crucial for quality control during manufacturing and preventive maintenance in the field. A comprehensive study using electroluminescence testing analyzed panels and detected 11 failures as a result of EL imaging. What makes this data so compelling is that the EL test, which is the most reliable method for detecting microcracks, has been compared with infrared thermal images, and its superiority has been proven. The study demonstrated that energy losses were prevented by intervening in the field with rapid fault detection. Infrared thermography represents the second critical detection technology that can save you thousands. Researchers at ASU have developed an automated method of solar panel recognition and defect detection using infrared imaging. Their system classifies solar panels with a 98% correct panel recognition and count and a 92% correct defect identification, while enabling real-time operation that helps quickly detect malfunction, reducing the time between detection and repair. The power of thermal imaging lies in its ability to detect problems that are completely invisible to visual inspection. A hotspot effect occurs when an inactive cell continues to be supplied with power by the active cells, converting this energy into heat. These resultant hotspots could even destroy the module, but overheated cells can be identified very easily with thermal imagers. The cutting edge of failure detection involves artificial intelligence and machine learning. A new computational procedure has been proposed for the automated detection classification of defects on photovoltaic modules assisted by thermal drone inspection. This approach adopts pre- and post-processing tools and methodologies assisting infrared thermography for the evaluation of photovoltaic module performance. The integration of AI with traditional detection methods is revolutionizing failure identification. Computer vision algorithms automate thermal anomaly detection in infrared imagery, enabling specialized inspection methods for detecting faulty panels. PV panel faults caused by weather, ground leakage, circuit issues, temperature, environment, age, and other damage can take many forms, but often symptomatically exhibit temperature differences. Cell cracks represent one of the most financially devastating failure modes because they're progressive and often undetectable without specialized equipment. Microcracks are tiny fractures in the silicon cells that often develop during transport, installation, or due to thermal expansion and contraction. The financial impact becomes severe because microcracks may be invisible to the naked eye, but can expand over time, reducing current flow and leading to larger solar panel defects like delamination or cell failure. The IEA documentation reveals that cell cracks can be caused by multiple factors throughout a panel's lifetime. In production, cell cracks can occur during wafer, cell and module manufacturing, especially during the stringing and soldering process. After installation, external forces like hail, heavy snow weight, or strong wind may result in cell cracks. Once present, further mechanical and thermomechanical stresses can lead to the propagation of the cracks into longer and wider cracks. Hotspots represent an immediate safety and financial threat. Hotspots form when parts of a panel overheat due to shading, soiling, or solar panel diode failure. These localized high-temperature zones not only reduce energy production but can also cause solar panel damage or even pose fire risks, if left unaddressed. The detection of hotspots requires thermal imaging during full sunlight, where they appear as bright or glowing regions compared to the rest of the panel. If hotspots are linked to faulty diodes or manufacturing issues, affected panels may need to be replaced to avoid further damage. The financial impact can be enormous because hotspots can lead to permanent solar panel damage, including cell burn-through, cracked glass, and decreased system performance. Delamination represents a particularly insidious failure mode because it creates cascading problems. Solar panel delamination occurs when internal layers of the module, particularly between the glass, encapsulant, and backsheet, begin to separate. This separation allows moisture and air to infiltrate the panel, leading to busbar corrosion, solar panel discoloration, and eventual electrical failure. The IEA classification system rates delamination severity from minor aesthetic issues to catastrophic safety failures. When creating a continuous path between the electric circuit and the edge of the module, delamination can lead to electric leakage currents with a direct risk of electrical shock. Manufacturing-related delamination issues often affects a relevant percentage of modules within the same production batch, and consequentially has a big impact on system performance. So, PID, or potential-induced degradation, represents one of the most financially devastating failure modes because it affects the entire system's performance. PID happens when there's a high-voltage potential difference between the photovoltaic cells and the frame, glass, or even the mounting structure of the panel. This mismatch, well, it allows leakage currents to flow, which can actually degrade the solar cells and cause a noticeable drop in energy production. The financial impact of PID is honestly staggering because it's progressive and affects multiple panels at once. If you leave it unaddressed, PID can cause significant losses in system output and even contribute to other solar panel defects like solar panel discoloration and premature aging of the modules. It's particularly problematic in hot and humid environments and stands as a leading cause of long-term solar panel damage. Professional EL, or electroluminescence, testing follows a really systematic approach that reveals failures invisible to other methods. The solar panel is placed in a dark room to avoid any interference from outside light during the check. When you apply a positive voltage to the solar cells, they start producing infrared light due to electroluminescence. An infrared camera that can see heat is used to take pictures of the solar cells, showing small cracks, broken cells, and other hidden problems. The sophistication of modern EL testing enables the detection of multiple failure types at the same time. Cracks show up as dark lines or spots against the bright light from healthy cells. The results are written down, and a report is made to show exactly where and how severe the small cracks are, which is absolutely crucial for checking quality and making decisions during the production process. Professional thermal imaging definitely goes far beyond simple temperature measurement. Thermal imaging, or IR thermography, is an important and powerful non-destructive technique for investigating structural or operational defects on photovoltaic modules. When you combine it with drones, it can provide a fully automated inspection, detection, and defect classification procedure. The key to effective thermal imaging is understanding what different temperature patterns actually indicate. Installation errors, weather influences, and normal wear can cause defects in modules and components like inverters, which can considerably reduce energy output. Infrared thermography can be used to detect these problems quickly, precisely, and reliably. A thorough inspection is especially important for large systems, such as solar parks, because even a single defective solar cell can affect the yield of the entire system. The integration of artificial intelligence with traditional detection methods is, well, creating unprecedented diagnostic capabilities. Computer vision algorithms automate thermal anomaly detection in infrared imagery, which enables the detection of faulty panels where photovoltaic panel faults caused by weather, ground leakage, circuit issues, temperature, environment, age, and other damage can take many forms, but often symptomatically exhibit temperature differences. Modern AI systems can process multiple data streams at the same time to identify patterns that, honestly, human operators might miss. The automated detection classification of defects on photovoltaic modules, assisted by thermal drone inspection, adopts pre- and post-processing tools and methodologies. This comprehensive approach enables the evaluation of photovoltaic module performance through the detection and classification of defects and hotspots on the module surface. While professional testing is essential, there are critical warning signs you can identify through careful visual inspection. Solar panel discoloration is, one of the most visible signs of potential damage, typically appearing as brown, yellow, or purple stains on the panel surface. Discoloration is often caused by UV degradation, heat buildup, or problems with the encapsulant layer. Over time, it can interfere with light absorption, contributing to lower energy output and, honestly, other solar panel defects. Delamination can often be detected through visual inspection as bubbling, blistering, or layer separation. Early signs of delamination include cloudiness, bubbling, or blistering on the panel surface. Delaminated panels are more prone to solar panel damage and reduced lifespan, especially in systems exposed to extreme weather. Your system's performance data provides critical early warning signals. A noticeable drop in energy production, especially when weather conditions remain stable, often signals underlying issues. These can include solar panel diode failure, delamination, or solar cell degradation. Comparing current system output to expected performance is, honestly, one of the best ways to detect hidden equipment problems. Understanding normal performance variations versus actual problems is crucial. Solar panels will rarely generate their nameplate wattage because they are tested under ideal laboratory conditions, which are not achieved in rooftop installations. However, you can have two homes with 360-watt solar panels of the same brand, and their electricity output can vary widely due to factors like local sunshine, roof orientation, and ambient temperature. Environmental conditions provide important clues about potential failure development. Shading is by far one of the most common reasons for solar panel underperformance, where shadows cast by trees, buildings, or other obstructions can block sunlight from reaching the panels. Even partial shading on one panel can affect the whole system's output because of how solar panels are wired together. Soiling and contamination represent ongoing threats that require systematic monitoring. When dirt, dust, and debris build up on solar panels, their energy output will be significantly impacted. Studies have shown that one of the chief reasons for underperformance is soiling, with anything from dust or debris accumulation and bird droppings to snow cover, preventing modules from harnessing the full potential of the sun. Understanding when to engage professional diagnostic services can save you thousands in prevented damage. Professional EL testing and thermal imaging require specialized equipment and expertise that goes beyond basic visual inspection. EL testing is extremely beneficial to conduct on-site testing of solar systems in order to evaluate the plant's actual performance and identify potential problems. The value of professional diagnostics becomes clear when you consider the complexity of modern failure modes. The IEA PVPS Task 13 has documented over 30 different failure types, each requiring specific detection methods and expertise. Professional diagnostics can distinguish between normal aging and actual equipment failures, preventing unnecessary replacements while identifying critical problems before they become expensive. The economics of professional testing become compelling when you consider the cost of undetected failures. Energy losses were prevented by intervening in the field with rapid fault detection, demonstrating that the cost of professional testing is typically far less than the cost of lost energy production and equipment replacement. Professional testing provides documentation that's essential for warranty claims and insurance purposes. The results are written down, and a report is made to show where and how severe the problems are, which is crucial for making decisions about repairs or replacements. This documentation becomes particularly valuable when dealing with manufacturing-related issues that often affect a relevant percentage of modules within the same production batch. The most cost-effective approach combines regular professional diagnostics with systematic preventive maintenance. Regular visual system inspections combined with periodic professional EL and thermal imaging can detect problems before they become expensive failures. The IEA recommendations include selecting certified and tested products only, with regular system inspection recommended for large-scale systems. Modern monitoring systems enable continuous oversight between professional inspections. System monitoring software from inverters like Enphase, SolarEdge, and SMA helps flag underperforming panels or strings. The data can reveal patterns consistent with solar panel damage, such as sudden drops in output, irregular shading, or signs of diode failure. Solar panel failures are not just inevitable, they're expensive, dangerous, and often invisible until they've already caused significant damage. Underperformance linked to hardware problems has increased by 214% since 2019. Translating to an estimated $10 billion in lost energy value worldwide. The IEA PVPS Task 13 has documented over 30 different failure modes, each capable of causing safety risks or catastrophic performance losses. The evidence is overwhelming that early detection saves thousands of dollars. Electroluminescence testing detected 11 failures that would have gone unnoticed by thermal imaging alone. Automated infrared detection systems achieve 98% correct panel recognition and 92% correct defect identification. Professional thermal imaging can detect problems quickly, precisely, and reliably. Whether you're a homeowner protecting your solar investment or a facility manager overseeing commercial installations, failure detection isn't optional, it's essential. Energy losses were prevented by intervening in the field with rapid fault detection. The cost of professional testing is typically far less than the cost of lost energy production and equipment replacement. Your solar panels are working hard to save you money, but only systematic failure detection ensures they keep working at peak performance. Solar panel diode failure, delamination, PID, and microcracks are silently stealing your system's performance right now. The question isn't whether failures will occur, it's whether you'll detect them before they cost you thousands. Don't let invisible failures steal your solar investment. The technology exists today to spot problems before they become expensive disasters. Your financial future depends on catching these failures early, and now you know exactly how to do it. Like, share and subscribe for more solar insights. ClearSpot, smart device, smarter decisions.